World that measures numbers, how many likes, how many views, how many copies sold, how much we've made this year. And this very thing about the numbers being thrown around stops people from even starting. The fear of judgment is so strong. What if I write a book and not one person buys it? What if I do this post and nobody likes it? And so I want to do this video today to show you why writing a book, even if you get zero sales, is the best thing you will ever do for your life. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Vicky Lord and I help women to find their freedom and their confidence through writing a book. And so if you want to transform your life today, you can subscribe to this channel. And I'm going to take you through the 3 reasons today why writing a book will be the best thing for you. And the first thing is personal achievement. So if you write yourself a book and you have a finished copy, you will go from half done or a thinker or a dreamer to an actual doer. So you'll go from half finished to done. And that itself is an achievement. And when you achieve something for yourself as a personal achievement, that creates in you self-trust. And when you have self-trust in yourself from completing tasks, then you'll have trust in the world. And this transforms into every area. It transforms into the relationships you build. If you have trust in yourself, you'll choose a trusting relationship. If you have trust in yourself, you'll choose a trusting business partner. If you have trust in yourself, you'll create a very trusting life. And so that personal achievement will go a long way in your life. And it's not just going to be solely in you, it will affect those around you. And so that was something that I experienced through writing a book. I'd actually finished something, and that self-achievement was priceless. I couldn't put a price on that. And the other thing about personal achievement is what I realized when I published my first book is that I realized that I wasn't publishing. So I'd written my book and it sat there for a long time because I didn't know if it was good enough to put out into the world. And one day I just thought to myself, I'm going to put it out there, whether it's good enough or not good enough. And I let go of the perfectionism for it. And I realized that under that perfectionism was actually a fear of not being good enough, a fear that they'd see the book and it wouldn't be good enough for people, which meant I wasn't good enough for them. And so once you tackle this whole personal achievement, then you will create a totally new person in yourself. You'll finish this book, and even if no one buys it, your life will change. So I hope that inspires you today to go for the personal achievement side of things. And not very many people write books. So if you write one, you're going to be in the top achievers of the world just for simply writing a book. Um, so that's reason number one. Reason number two is for spiritual growth. And, in my life, I've studied human potential for the past 10, 15 years now. And one of the things that fascinates me is that guilt and feeling like there's lies in your life can totally stop you from moving forward. And the whole thing about spiritual freedom is we're letting go of the past, whether it's anger, sadness, fear, hurt, or guilt. And once that is removed out of your life, then you can go on and you can create what's called a new lesson for your life. And so you've let go of the past and you've transformed into the new person. And the new person is that, you love yourself even though something may have happened in the past. You love yourself and into um, you're transforming the old wounds into the new and the new learnings that you get, which comes through writing. So if you take 10 minutes out of your day and you get a pen and paper and you just write, you set a timer for 10 minutes and write down all of the pains in your life. And you may not even realize that you're holding guilt. I never realized I was holding guilt until I started. And then one day it just all came out and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much guilt. And once the guilt went away, my life freed. And that's what I mean by spiritual freedom. And that only comes about when you become honest. And I've found that writing with a pen and paper is the best way to be honest because that way it's between you and your spirit. It's not between somebody else. And that in itself, once you clear all the old wounds, is priceless yet again, and that doesn't need any sales. That doesn't need anyone to make you a bestseller. It just means that you've transformed your spiritual world. So I'd encourage you to do that today. If you are holding any pains of the past, get a pen and paper and for 10 minutes, let it come out. And if it needs longer than 10, give it some more. Um, but I'm very excited for you once you do this. And then the last reason is that it's a stepping stone to the future you. Because once you've got personal achievement, because you've finished something and you've let go of any of the guilt, the anger, the sadness, the fear, the frustration of the past, then you've got this stepping stone to your new future. And your new future is incredible. And I look back to where I was. So I'm 46 this year. I look back to where I was when I was 36, when I first had my awareness open that there was this thing in the world called spiritual growth. And then I decided I'm going to go and explore this. My world totally changed. And so you may not have had the past 10 years working on your spiritual growth. You may only be hearing them words now. It doesn't matter when you hear it. What's going to happen when you write your book and you set yourself free, you're going to create a whole new future. And then you'll have all these skills that are in your spirit, and um, it'll transform you from being a meek, quiet, timid person to having freedom and confidence. And that freedom and confidence, it doesn't mean that you're the loudest person in the room. What it means is that within you, you know who you are. And that will open up the door to create something amazing in your life. So I look back at myself 10 years ago, um, and when I realized that there was this bigger life, I didn't know how I was going to get it. All I knew I had to take one action, and that one action step was starting to write. So if you need one action today, I would start writing. And just as a bonus right here, the second thing I started to do was do videos. I've been doing videos now for 10 years, and I can tell you every single video I've put my passion and my heart into it. And at the same time, my passion and my heart was in it, there was a lot of lack of confidence as well. But I knew that would build along the way. And I've totally transformed my life, and I want that for you. I want it for every person in this world. But whoever this video reaches, I have a free 5-day book starter challenge, and it's designed to help you start your first book. And then it's an incredible journey to go on. So if you're starting a book, or this has inspired you to start a book, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know if this video has reached anyone, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for subscribing.